Hello everybody, good morning, hi. Oh, I did not like my hair smushed back like that. Hello everybody, so glad to have you here today. We had a developer live stream. I need to get my part back, there we go, that's where it belongs. We had a developer live stream yesterday where we learned a whole bunch about what is coming up to Star Wars. Ow, why is it? My hair is like, here, like this. Fix it. I just woke up. We learned a whole bunch about what's going on in Star Wars The Old Republic and what's coming up to the game in update 7.7.1. Very exciting stuff. I took a break in the middle of the day, passed out for a bit. I played some other video game to take a break, came back to SWTOR, played a different video game to take a break, stayed up too late doing that because I worked until 10 p.m. and then watched the ending of the TV show I've been enjoying and went to bed at 1 a.m. You know, just SWTOR things. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, nice to have you here today. So we're going to do a quick overview of what happened yesterday, just a fast one because I'll be working on a video later today that does a full like 20-minute breakdown or whatever, and I am unfortunately still over the weekend I did a big dummy and I accidentally choked on some food. I was eating chips and I tried to breathe them instead of eat them, and I apparently actually hurt my throat quite a bit when I did that, which kind of sucks. So I'm not going to give a 20-minute overview of everything that happened, so hopefully I won't lose my voice and have it for later. That's my fingers crossed. So I'm going to jump straight into a quick overview of what happened yesterday and some other cool stuff. Oh, Ivanov wants to know what I was playing. I was playing a game called Blueprints. I'll put the word in chat so you can know how to spell it. It is a puzzle game, very much a puzzle game, and it is a deep puzzle game with a bit of story tied into it that I'm really enjoying as well. I've never quite played a game quite like this. Whoever designed it was a little insane in the best kind of way, like not even gonna lie. Grievous shared some interesting information about some of the stuff we were talking about yesterday, DX12, and Grievous, I love it. I'd love to share you back some more information about DX12 when we get to that section. All right, so yesterday, for those of you not familiar, Blue Bantha Milk soothes the throat. I'm sure it does. Foods for eating, not inhaling. Not to me, apparently. Yeah, thank you for the nice wishes, Suni. Yeah, I'm not terribly hurt or anything. The only problem is I need to record a video, which my throat being full of scratches apparently isn't good for. So the developers did the developer live stream yesterday, and the developer live stream is where they present everything that's happening in the game, and everything that's coming up, and everything we can be excited for, and any updates on any other stuff that we've been kind of waiting to hear about. So we were basically hearing about update 7.71 and Galactic Season 9. Give me a second here. In Star Wars, we have blue milk, and we have weird green milk from the newer movies. Do we have any other types of milk that I'm not aware about from Star Wars? Any other mystery milk? I'm not sure. I want to know. So if you want to share this with a friend, or you want to follow along on your own or have it for reference later, here's everything that's coming up in 7.7.1. Showing you're playing SWTOR. Nice. Thanks for coming to lurk. Yeah, I wouldn't ask if there's any other weird milks in SWTOR. I realized that after I asked that it was too late. So we knew they were going to talk about Galactic Season 9. And apart from that, though, we knew they were going to talk about story. We didn't know exactly when that would be happening. And that was all we really knew what was coming up. So here is the big list of what they actually did talk about. Okay, what will be an update? 7.71. Galactic Season 9, which will be Flashpoint Resurgence, is the theme. Activity Finder updates to go with that. Easier role choice for queuing. You can now queue for all 6 of your different disciplines and all of your roles between your 2 classes. You do not need to have all flashpoints checked. You can filter out a couple of them and it will still count for the randomized rewards. Cutscenes have been removed from Group Finder flashpoints. You no longer need to yell spacebar or worry about being yelled spacebar because there will be no flashpoints. You can still see the flashpoints by running in manually the old-fashioned way. By the way, did you guys know the Group Finder didn't always exist? That was something that they built later in the game. I don't remember exactly when they added it, but there wasn't when we first started. You had to manually put together groups to do flashpoints, and there was no solo modes at all. It was definitely an interesting time in the game. Free-to-play improvements, which were quite a big surprise that I really am happy about. Some of the big ones are hide head slot, legacy titles, cargo bay, first bay, which is awesome. Artifact authorization is free for all low-level gear. Yes. Companion customizations are now free to use. Awesome. Just kind of a bunch of ones across the board. We had a big discussion yesterday about why the credit cap is still in place, and it's a complicated reason. It's not quite as easy to remove for both economic as well as nefarious people taking advantage of free-to-play accounts. So yeah, very interesting that they did not address it, but of course it's because it needs like a good hour-long discussion to properly get through all of it. Combat updates, there's going to be some for a couple classes and disciplines. Feast of Prosperity starts on October 7th. There's a subscriber event is in quotes there, starting on September 9th, running for exactly 3 months, and basically log in 4 times a week for special login rewards. Oh, thank you. Rurikar says Group Finder was introduced in patch 1.3. Yeah. I think the solo flashpoint, says Lovers of Twi'leks, was introduced at the same time as no new operations. No, if I remember correctly, and I'm sorry if I'm saying no and I'm wrong, if I remember right, it is because they added the Shadow of Revan prelude flashpoints, and the idea was that these flashpoints would be directly tied in to the next expansion, which would have been Shadow of Revan. And they wanted people to be able to play them, so they retroactively made some other Flashpoint solo. Don't quote me on that. That's what I remember, though. Feel free to kick me if I'm wrong. Lufkey says, purple gear for free-to-play, is that it? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. So, if you pick up a piece of purple gear below level 80, you can wear it whether you're free-to-play, preferred, or subscribed. So very, very nice little addition to the game there. Little removal of something nasty. Next up is, yeah, this subscriber event. If you log in 4 times a week, each week, you get a little token, and you can spend that token on rewards. Some of them will just be useful stuff, and others will be, there is at least one new cosmetic reward. Luffy says, oh my god, yeah, isn't that a nice addition? Right, it was a bit of a surprise there. The cartel market will have new items, and I'll show you guys that in a second or two. The cartel market will have some category sales, including right now. There is currently a sale on mounts if you want to go to the mount section on the cartel market and sort by price or sort by sale, up to you. Character modernization and customization, they did Ratataki fixes, a billion new hair colors, a billion new Togruta Montreal colors, like the second part of the Togruta, and a bunch of dark side corruption fixes, especially for dark-skinned humans, which were awesome. Rurikar says, no way, flashpoints were soloed way before Shadow of Revan. Damn it! Got it wrong! Bummer! All right, and they the update on the story, they basically said there's not going to be any story with update 7.8.1. They didn't give any specific reasons, but we all know it's because the voice actor strike is still winding up. They still have to go contract all like 48 plus class voice actors. It was contract. This is my phrasing. Contract. Get them in the studio, actually record it, edit it, and then insert it into the game. Winding down. What did I say? The voice actor strike is resolved now. Now they have to do the work. It is done. Galactic Threads, the first story that we're waiting for, will come with update 7.8. And the next story, Masters Enigma, is coming in 7.8.1. We've actually seen some spoilers, some teaser videos from those two stories. So we know they've been working on them in the background, even though they don't have the voice actor stuff ready. We also know there will be 2 date nights targeted for 7.8.1, and they will be for Torian and Kira. Yeehaw! To answer a nice question from Ivanov, says, I think Rakata gear doesn't count as artifact gear because my sub ended and I can still use my gear. Incorrect. The way that artifact authorization works right now for most gear is that any gear that you wore and equipped while you're subscribed, usually you can continue to equip it even after you unsubscribe. So basically they made it so that if you earned the ability to wear that specific piece of gear in the past and equipped it, you're good to go in the future even if you unsub. Oh, yay, I'm correct. Shadow Revan Prelude introduced the first solo Flashpoints, but Rurikar points out that you could Flashpoint solo before by being really good at the Flashpoint or being higher level than the Flashpoint. Hi, Jessa. Have fun in your last vacation day. We'll see you when you get home. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I'm sure. Lovers of Twi'lek says, I think part of the problem is that all the studios are fighting for the same voice actors. I mean, right? How could that not be part of the small snowball of catching up, right? Very cute shirt. I'm colorblind, but the blue suits you. Oh, thank you so much. You guys, I got this on the side of Barone. You have no idea how much of... I can't back up any more than this, but it's got these little, like... coattails? I don't know what you would call them. Little, they're so cute. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I think you're supposed to tie it. I just realized that's probably why it's that shape. People often do garage sales here, and when they're done with the garage sale, instead of shoving it all back in their garage or whatever people do with garage sale stuff, they often just put a sign that says free, and you can just take as much as you want. Like multiple times I've gone and picked up cool stuff. I saw this shirt and I was like, oh, I was like flop, flop, flop. I was like, that's cute. I got a couple bowls. I can't remember what else I got. Glycocho says, I don't know if this has been answered, but in the new update stream, they mentioned the Flashpoint drops from bosses will increase to 2 to 3 per boss. Isn't there a 10 drop limit per week from bosses for free-to-play preferred accounts, or has that changed? Oh, that's a good question. I think it's... Hang on. They did not mention it changing. Hang on, let me see what that says. Content restrictions? Convenience restrictions. Flashpoint drops. It's per bosses. It's per bosses. So players who run Flashpoints receive many rewards for running them, from XP to credits to items. Free-to-play and preferred players who run group Flashpoints will be limited to rewards from 10 of the last Flashpoint bosses per week. So you're good. So you'll get, instead of getting 10 pieces of gear as a free-to-play player from the last 10 bosses you fought, you'll get 20 to 30 pieces of gear for the last 10 bosses you fought. Glycho, that was really a really great question, though. That was really well thought out, and I'm glad I was able to check that because it would have come up later too. Nice, very cool. So nope, all benefits, no downsides, and if any of that gear is purple, you can now wear it as a free-to-play player. Hell yeah. So there's currently a free item you can get called the Stronghold Decoration Course on Art. There's a good chance that most of you already in here have it, because it only takes 1 hour of watching any SWTOR Twitch streamer. Hey there, Spartan. Watching any SWTOR Twitch streamer until August 13th. And make sure to link your account before you go to claim it. If you need any help, feel free to ask in chat. There's a lot of friendly people in here who can help you get through it. Hey there, Timbo. Hey, Pizza Hype. I want to come back to SWTOR, says Pizza Hype. I want to level from scratch casually on the side of WoW Anniversary. Oh, nice. Yeah, I hope you have fun. SWTOR's leveling is pretty casual to start with. I think they're starting a new subscriber event on September 9th. Oh, that's a bit from now. That's like 2 months from now. No, that's like a month from now. If you're still playing by then, though, I think it'll have some boosts to leveling and stuff like that. It kind of sounds like you'd get some free XP boosts and stuff like that. So once 7.71 launches, there's going to be another Twitch reward, which is pretty cool. This is the TF-6 Striker Mount Preview. I do believe it has some type of mount flare. They just didn't have it ready to show on stream yet. It was really funny. They asked the artist, what mount flare does it have? And he replied, it's a mount flare. like that's all the info I have right now. So yeah, that'll come out when update 7.7.1 launches. It is not out yet. We do not have an exact date for 7.71 if you're wondering about dates in general. So update 7.7.1 is coming out in August 2025 is the goal. It is not, there's not a specific date. It's August 2025. We are almost in August. August starts tomorrow. So sometime in the next month or so. And update 7.8, they said it will be our holiday release. So we're expecting it sometime in December, mid to late December. So that will be when the next story is. So if you see anyone saying, where's the new story? Why hasn't there been story? Remind them that the voice actor strike like literally ended this month. They have to take some time to actually get everything. Sunjammer says August 2025, but which epoch? The next one, maybe. They didn't they say later August? I can't remember if they gave any qualifications. If you have any specifics, I'd love to see it because I don't remember, but I didn't rewatch it. I just went through my notes to make this, except for any parts I was trying to get details about. So that's the one that's coming out next. Some more information about the voice actor strike, if you want to go read about it, is on this page, and I'm going to link this again just in case you or a friend want it. You think they said late August too? Oh. Jared says, my guess is August 12th. That's not late August. That's mid-August. That's before the halfway point. Date night's going to be Kira and Torian. Yeah, looking forward to that. I don't know if I have any characters romanced. I think I have a Torian. I'd have to go find it, but I think I have a Torian. I don't know if I have a Kira, though. I would like a Kira. I would love a Kira. I would smooch a Kira. Oh gosh. I feel like, I wonder if I smooched Kira on one of my returning players' characters or something like that. I don't know. The Flashpoint Resurgence for Galactic Season 9 will start with update 7.7.1 and run for 26 weeks. So this is very important because I fudged up my whole schedule last time because in the past they used to run for 5 months. Oh, it's actually running super long, right? 5 months times 4 weeks would be 20 weeks normally. This is running for 26 weeks. Interesting. It got auto extended. So yeah, we hopefully will be able to get the right dates this time. I'm sorry. I tried. I failed. Yeah, do they have if anyone can find the clip where they said late August, or if you run across it, feel free to let me know. I'd love to include that as official info, but I don't want to scrub the entire the entire video. 6 months. Oh, cool. You're right. 26 divided by 4 is 6. You got it. Nice. No, it's not. Wait a second. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. So it's 5.5 months exactly, I think. No, wait. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. Oh, 6.5. There we go. I just can't count my fingers. I got this. In the other game that I've been playing, Blueprints, it's kind of hilarious. They have a puzzle called the dartboard puzzle, and it's basically a very interesting little math puzzle. It is basically just mostly pure math. However, instead of it being written down in the order of operations, the order of operations are on a dartboard. So a very different way of thinking about math and trying to solve a math puzzle and trying to read it. And oh my god, you'd think I'd be better at it by now, but I cannot. Yeah, so if last time it was clearly not 20 weeks, and that's where I got my dates wrong, but I'm really glad they announced the exact timeline for this one, so we should be good. 52 weeks in a year! So this is practically half the year, isn't it? If you had a chance to play the previous Galactic Seasons, you'll have tried the little stims. There's going to be some new experiments, and they're going to be in Flashpoints this time. Here's some of the new mounts from Galactic Season 6. Some of them change color with your color crystal, and some of them have a flare. They put a little text list as well of some of the items. This is going to be the achievement reward. It's called the T701 Rugged Customization. So a lot of this stuff was inspired by Andor. Does anyone know what this sweet little baby customization might be based on from Andor? Because it's not based off of the BMO. I forget what his name. B2 emo. B2, the little red guy from Andor. So is he based off of something else, or is he just a generally cute little customization? Lover says, I wonder if they will only be in group flashpoints or also solo flashpoints. That is a great question. We don't know, do we? I guess we'll find out, right? Good question. The Andor droid that was super damaged and finicky. Yeah, that's the little B2 guy, right? B2 Andor. I just rewatched Andor and watched the new season not too long ago. This little adorable guy. This is B2, right? Yeah. I don't think it's based on him. I don't think it's based on him because he's very clearly bright red, right? Maybe it's just a thematic kind of design. The previous season, Galactic Season 7, they extended it by 6 weeks since they couldn't get the next update out on time. Right, that's what I'm wondering, if they decided to make this one long just straight from the get-go. Ivanov says, I like some of what's coming up. I like that you get rewards even if you filter flashpoints. Yeah, so they're doing some big updates to Group Finder right now. Hey, I've got the game open, so I can actually pull it up right now. So when you go to queue for the Group Finder, actually let me make this huge. Let me make this way too big. If anyone could type exclamation big in chat for me, I would love you long time. So when you open up the Group Finder right now, you can see, I'm going to pretend I'm going to play Flashpoint. You can see that I have 28 out of 29 filtered right now, 28 out of 29 down here, and you can see that I may never even open this when I go to queue, but right now I'm actually not eligible for rewards, but honestly that's not super clear. Cinder says, I really got to get back into this, but I'm having such a hard time choosing Imperial or Pup side. Haha. Cinders, hey, welcome back to the game. That is a tough one. Do you have any anything that might help you decide? Like, is there some you've maybe played in the past and you want to try something new? What are our choices here? How do you pick between Pup and Imperial? That seems really hard, to be honest. For me, when I first started playing, it was so easy. I wanted to be the good guys. But when you're returning, maybe you've already done your like immediate first choice and you're like, let's go check out some other stuff, right? Oh, Cluis, thank you so much. Cluis was able to, here, I'm gonna pull up a notepad. Cluis is able to confirm for me. Thank you. Thank you. To confirm for me, it's likely in late August. Thank you. Much appreciated. Gold star. Now I don't have to dig through the entire thing myself. I really appreciate that, Cluis. Thank you. They said the T7 companion customization was inspired by Andor's rugged and scrappy look? Rugged look? Yeah, I guess it's just kind of general inspired by, not something specific. Yeah, so does that mean, oh, that means that update 7.8 will kick in during Galactic Season 9. That's interesting. All right, so we were talking about the Group Finder right now. When you go to run a Flashpoint, unless you have every single one of these checked, you won't get the daily rewards and you won't be eligible for the weekly either. And there's some other here pieces of other achievements, quests, stuff like that don't count unless you do it randomized properly. However, it's not immediately obvious how that works, and there's a lot of bugs that can cause you to have either a flashpoint not showing on the list and secretly not checked, or a flashpoint on the list and you're trying to check it and nothing happens. Yeah, here we go. Here's a really great example. So I go to check Objective Meridian right here and nothing happens. So I physically am not even able to filter to 29 of 29. I'm not eligible and I have no way to make myself eligible, and it doesn't freaking tell me why or how or what happened. It is because I currently have a story flashpoint called Objective Meridian. Oh, my UI is so big I can't even I can't even like abandon it because it's cut off the screen. That's funny. And to get it to work on the Group Finder and be available in the Group Finder, I need to drop it from a quest log. But it's super common that people don't know that, or don't realize it's in their log, or don't realize that's an issue. Now that I have all of them checked, I can now queue up just fine, and I'm now eligible for the rewards. So one, it's a very common issue that people have, that they're not eligible for rewards and can't figure out why. And this is a very bad design issue. This is not a player issue. And second, there's maybe just some flashpoints that you really, really hate. For example, I really like the atmosphere of Spirit of Vengeance, and I'd really like to run it some more, but there is, I have a hate a hate rage for Spirit of Vengeance. One, because when it first came out, there was so many bugs related to it. I literally like broke my game, so I couldn't progress on it for a while until they did some fixes. There was a bunch of bugs that would make me have to reset. It's hard in general. There's bits and pieces that I don't like, in addition to like lots of pieces that I do actually like. So I like hate Spirit of Vengeance. I don't mean to hate it. I'm so sorry, but I do. It's not Spirit of Vengeance's fault. It's partially a me problem at this point. But let's say I didn't like that one. Too bad. Right now, if I wanted to get credit for my weekly, I would have to put it in the pool of 20 to 29 flashpoints, and just hope that I don't get it. So now not all filters are going to be needed. They showed an example where the player only needed to have 25 out of the 29 selected. So if I wanted, I could go in here, I could go to my veteran flashpoints, and I could filter out my 4 least favorite, and I would still be eligible, and it would be very clear, a lot more clear about why that's happening. What's really nice is, incidentally, that should also automatically fix the problem where if you have a quest in your quest log and you're stuck at 28 out of 29 here and nothing happens when you go to check it and uncheck it, that should automatically fix that too, which is awesome. I'm so excited about that. We often help people troubleshoot that problem, and it always kind of drives me nuts that the player is running to that in the first place. Like, that shouldn't be an issue, you know? Antronik says, is there a PTS right now? No, I was able to confirm that there is no PTS for this one. They did mention there may be a PTS in the future when they get DX12 running. I'm most excited about the no cutscenes going forward. Yeah, so that one, as they mentioned, when you go into Flashpoints through the group finder only, there will no longer be any cutscenes. Automatic choices will be made in the background. You just fade to black. You don't have to worry about darker light side points. They are not rewarded or added to your character, so you can just run them without having to worry about telling people to spacebar, and you can always put together your own groups or run the solo versions for those that have it available, so you can still do that if you want to. I think that's a really great change, because it was definitely a friction point. And I've talked about it a lot before. I don't want to go on a diatribe about it, but I will once again state that the group finder doesn't tell you how to play. It makes no demands. Yeah, so pretty cool that they're making those type of changes. It's really nice. I like seeing how they're kind of doing it. So for example, they did a bunch of Uprising updates and adjustments when they did Uprisings in Galactic Seasons. So it's kind of cool to see them like pairing those things together and like doing a 2-for-1 special. That's a more permanent upgrade for the game. So this is a permanent upgrade for the game, even beyond Galactic Seasons, this season that's going to be Flashpoint based. They also said there's going to be more low-level gear rewards. We had our fun friend earlier pointing out Glycho saying, is this a good thing? Like, is this working how it's expected? And like, yes, yay, it's only a good thing. Low-level players will get more rewards from Flashpoints. Yeehaw! More gear per boss. Yay. They also said there's going to be they didn't show any pictures of it, I don't think. No, they didn't. They didn't show any pictures of it, but they did say that there's going to be a special group finder queue just for the Flashpoints for Galactic Seasons, which I think is interesting. I'm curious to see how that pans out. Hey there, Leonardo on YouTube. Hi. What about Flashpoints without story mode? Aren't Can, Under Siege, and Lost Island without story mode? Correct, yeah, there's a lot of them, Wolfie, like Hammer Station, that don't have a story mode. Right now, the current ways to see that story for Can, Under Siege, Kadamimu, Hammer Station, Lost Island, whatever, all of those that don't have a story mode, you could either run them through the group finder and literally force your group to watch the cutscenes with you, whether they wanted to or not, or you could physically put a group together and walk into the door together. That's actually the way it always used to be made before the group finder was created, and that's how it will be going forward, which I think is totally fine. I'm going to stick to my guns about if you want to run a Flashpoint a specific way, you should put together a group rather than running through the group finder. And so you can put together a group saying, I'm looking to run Canada Siege and see all of the cutscenes. A lot of people will also point out if you're a highly skilled player, some of those Flashpoints can be done solo in veteran mode. Absolutely. Oh, nice. Antronic says, I just started playing sim racing. My dad loved that when we were younger. We had a lot of those games. I don't know what any of them were called other than I liked running into billboards and trying to hit cows and stuff. I was wondering if there are any Star Wars racing games. Isn't there the pod racing game? Mr. Swtorista loved that one. I wouldn't know what it's called though. I'm so sorry. Are there companion gifts you can buy from the scrap Jawas? Yes, there is only 2 of them. There's the spicy Eric tongue for beasts, and there's some type of mechanical reward for robots. They're more aimed for the companions that are the cartel market ones that don't have the normal gift table. Yeah, interesting. So JR says, I suspect for the first time ever, I'm not going to track my Galactic Seasons progress next season, just wing it. Right, and that's a good way to do it. JR, the way that you play, you're going to finish the track to rank 100 without even thinking about it, right? Now, I don't actually track my achievements until I get that far. You might just be able to skip it from there on out. You'll have to find a fun new little project to go track down. JR, maybe by then I'll start working on achievements and I can recruit you and we can go look at weird achievements together. Start writing notes about them. You're gonna be bored. Maybe it's time for you to check out another game. Who knows? Maybe you're gonna come play Hello Kitty Island with me. Star Wars Pod Races sounds like might be the name of the game. Pod racing game, yes, around when the Phantom Menace came out, so 1999 or 2000. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking out that Mr. Swtorista really liked. So okay, let's see. No cutscenes, low level gear, awesome. They are doing some combat changes for Assassin, Shadow. Oh, sorry. Mercenary Commando, Operative Scoundrel, Sorcerer Sage, and there's also some specific changes for Assassin, Shadow, Operative Scoundrel. But I don't really know more than that. We'll have to wait until it shows up. Security Key Cartel Coin changes. They are going to make it so that if you have a security key, you'll no longer get new free cartel coins unless you have also logged in for the next 30 days. This is just probably part of an overall economy patch where people were coming back to 10,000 cartel coins for doing nothing, which doesn't really make any sense. So they wanted to jump in and fix that. I don't know what exactly prompted it, but I think it's a fine change. I think it's fine for them to request that you at least log into the game to get a bunch of free rewards. Let's see. Quick question from Bermudo. I could not watch the dev stream. Did they give any time frame for the story updates? Yeah, if you want to see very specifically, here is the post that I'm looking at right now. It'll be near the top if you need to reference it later. And they said that update 7.7.1, which we're talking about now, will be in August 2025 and will not have any new story. Then update 7.8 will have new story. Oh, I'm so sorry. I stayed up late last night working on this. Will have new story, but that is targeted for the holiday update, so likely mid to late December. Rurikar says it will also boost login numbers, which is not a bad thing. Yeah, it's kind of interesting, Rurikar, because like it's not like they publish the numbers anywhere. The Steam numbers are available, but a lot of people just play through SWTOR.com, right? And that's like completely secret. Yeah. But yeah, there's lots of people who would just kind of rack up cartel coins in the background. Absolutely, Bermudo. Cheers. Yeah. And any other questions about 771 or forward, they're going to be on that page if I don't get to them here. So let's see. They did a bunch of free-to-play updates, and I'm super excited about that. So companion customizations, legacy titles, rest XP, your first green cargo bay, hide head slot, access to all quick bars. Those are now free to all players, and they're also changing a bit how the escrow item works to make it a little more worthwhile, but they are not removing the credit cap. They're also making it so all low level purple artifact authorization gear, you can now just equip it without artifact authorization. Yes. There's going to be a subscriber event starting September 9th to December 9th. It's not really an event. It's just a new reward on the login calendar for logging in 4 days in a week. You get these little tokens that you can spend on a vendor that's only available during that time frame. The Feast of Prosperity is coming back, and I was taking a good look at these earlier. Here's some of the rewards for Feast of Prosperity. It'll be starting on October 7th till November 4th, so running about a month. All of these are new rewards. Look at these weird statues. I was like staring at them like, I also really like these people. I don't tend to put NPCs in my strongholds. They kind of freak me out. It's a personal thing, not a normal thing. I don't like having people in my house when I'm just doing my chores. You guys can come to my house when we're having a party. But not when not when I'm doing my banking and GTNing and stuff. You're gonna scare me like poor Mr. I think I told the story, but when I was watching TV one night, I forgot Mr. Swtorista was home. Normally he's not during the nighttime. He goes to work, and I forgot it was like a weekend, and he'd just gone to bed before me, and he tottered out of the room to get some water and scared the bejeebles out of me. That's how I feel having NPCs in my stronghold. Like, what are you doing here? And so these are some really cool NPCs. So we've got this kind of piratey looking character with one of the new hairs, which I thought was really cool. We've got this very strong looking lady over here in a really pretty purple dress, and I think she has gray hair or light lavender hair. I can't quite tell. You've got this lady, and she's got a nice little outfit on too that I don't even think we can get that shirt or those thigh-high boots that are all one color. Darn it, BioWare! Why you do this to me? I got that Bothan, which is pretty cool. A very nicely dressed Bothan. They're also adding these pared down versions of one of the previous Feast armors, which they seem to dye really nice. So I'm sure you guys can make some fun stuff with it. Wait a sec. Is that a new... No, I was like, is that a new hair for Zabrak? I don't think so. There's some new banquet lighting, and there's some new little shelves, which I think are super cute. And in the cartel market, they said there's going to be a new hair. And by the way, alert! Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Someone sound the alarm. Okay. They didn't talk about this at all. They didn't even mention this on stream. And I felt like I was going crazy. So we don't have purple or blue-ish Mirialans right now, but it's clear in this screenshot that we will have them in the future. I'm so excited about that. It's like little secret Easter egg hidden in the developer live stream that they specifically didn't mention. So this is the new hair. It's called Brushback. It is Andor inspired. I'm really bad at this game. Who in Andor Season 2 would this have been inspired by? Whose hair would this hair be hairing? Here's another version of that hair on a male character. They also said they're introducing the Nightfall Operative Cartel Market glasses. The frames are dyeable, and they have a transparent lens in the front. I think these are really cool. I will probably actually wind up buying these. This is one of the things... Oh, Andor, Varian Sky. I'm so bad at this game. Oh, Fancy Cassian! Fancy Gorman Andor. Yeah, oh my gosh. Oh, my fancy boy. Oh my god, the glasses are from there too. I'm such a ding-dong. Oh, I didn't figure that out. Oh my gosh, I'm terrible at this game. Oh, but you have no idea how much I like Fancy Cassian. Oh, we need to close this window or I'm gonna get distracted. I didn't realize the glasses were from that too. That's super cute. I really like these like independently. I didn't realize. I thought those were only vaguely Andor inspired. Oh, Fancy Cassian. When he was a dressmaker. That's right. Oh, I loved that part. I was like tickled pink that Cassian was a fancy boy. Let's hope the event clothes fit with the Ahsoka outfit from the series, because the pants from that don't mesh well with most other armors. Oh, that's interesting. Are you talking about I don't think we're getting any pants from the outfit. I'm wondering if you're referring to the ones that the Bothan are wearing, but I think those, I don't know if those are real ones. Those might just be ones on the NPC. Let's see. New Cartel Market mount. Just a Manon taxi. They cleaned it up. They said new armor set inspired by Andor Season 2's test pilot outfit, and I went and found a screenshot of that for you guys so we know which one we're talking about. If so, I'm sure it looks probably pretty good. Oh, have a good one, Spartan. Sleep well. Thanks for stopping by. Andor as the bodyguard. Ooh la la. The bodyguard. No way. The dressmaker. Cartel Market Summer Sale. This is actually started right now. July 30th is mounts. August 11th is tuning toys and crystals. August 23rd is weapons. September 4th is armor. September 16th is decorations. Oh, sorry. Let me show that better. So if you need any of those items and you want to watch the Cartel Market for any of those, set your calendar so you know which days that sale will be running. Oh, I should ask Zach to add that to the calendar. It'll be July 30th to like August 10th, probably. Yeah. They did some updated lighting on the character select screen. Do we have like a before and after? Here's the after. Oh no. Okay, so I'm a little confused. Hang on. Here's live. And then they said updated lighting. And then they said, here's how it'll look in 7.71. So I think that 7.71 has both the updated... Oh, the updated lighting is just was an after effect from unintended consequence from the previous update where they updated lighting across the board. Got it. So that's probably what it looks like right now. Updated lighting. And here's the new one. And I think I really, really like the blurry background. I'm pretty sure I like it. I'm having a hard time deciding, but I think I like it a lot. What do you guys think about the little blurry background for the character select screen? So here's the live version. Okay, so what is updated lighting? What does that mean? And then here is 7.71 with a nice little blurry background. Oh, it has nice lighting on the shoulders too. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I think I dig it. I hope they allow us to easily turn off the UI there and take screenshots like that, because hot damn. Oh my gosh, if we could zoom in and zoom out on the character screen, I would die. I would legit just fall over. Yeah, better depth. Yeah, very pretty. And so there's more screenshots of that on the guide if you need to go take a look or want to go see that video or show it to a friend. Yeah, Undercover Kazian. They're working on fixing Ratataki. I know this is not maybe the best image to show it, but you can definitely see some improvements to the neck seam, especially right here. You can see he's almost wearing like a little weird necklace. Here it's gone, hooray! And it's not very obvious from the screenshot, but there's also some really nice fixes around here. So basically the skin doesn't have as much texture, which players seem to in general like more. The texture is just a little too prominent. Almost like pockmarked, I guess you could say, compared to what people had before. I don't think it has that much wrinkles. A little bit of wrinkles, actually. The wrinkles are slightly less pronounced, but they aren't too bad as it is. There's a button code for full body. I haven't used it in a long while. What is that? And you? What are you talking about there? And you? Share more info. Wish they would give us a day for PTS. Bladen, I was able to confirm there is no PTS for this specific cycle. The next PTS, I assume, would probably be when they are ready to test DX12, but they obviously don't have a date for that. It's not finished. But if you want to follow along with the character modernization updates, I do have a bunch of examples from last time. If you want to take a look, for example, they changed Miriellin's last time they fixed their next seam. PTS is public test server. They are also fixing a dark side corruption issue. So currently, here is what I need to move my face. Where's my face? Let's put my face somewhere else. Hang on a sec. Baba Yoda. Here we go. So this is a dark side chart. Basically, if your character has no dark side currently, the top row is what they look like. So let's say you look like this in the game, and then you get dark sidey, you look like this middle row. Middle row is current live game dark sidey. And unfortunately, you'll notice he goes from here to here. He loses some of his pigment. He gets creepy little lines. He gets creepy little eyes. He loses some of his pigment. He gets creepy little eyes and a couple little veins. He loses all of his pigment and turns from a dark-skinned man into a very pale white man. And here, this one doesn't lose any pigment at all. So a bunch of the skins, especially for dark-skinned humans, weren't like functioning correctly at all, and it's been like that since the launch of the game. It's been like that literally forever. So it's been a long-running bug, and people often make like a lot of jokes and stuff about it, like, what happened to my character? He turned into XYZ person from real life. So basically yeah, it was they said it was a bug. I always thought it was just intended that way, and that's just what they were going for. Never really was a fan of it. But so they are changing it up, which is really nice. It kind of makes more sense now. When you go from this, you'll still look about the same. If you're going from a pale-skinned human to a dark-side pale-skinned human, not much will change. However, if you are a dark-skinned human and you go dark side, you'll still get your creepy orange eyes, you'll still get your creepy veiny stuff, but you'll just be a more desaturated human rather than turning to a whole different colored human. So you can kind of see this character is a little more gray. They have a little less like red and flesh to their face, as if they almost have less blood in them. Kind of creepy, kind of like it. But they did say they usually try and be careful when they're changing anything that affects the way your character looks drastically, but this one is such a long-running bug that they wanted to fix it. And it's cool. Zabrax, it looks like this character will actually get fixed now, so they'll have some dark side corruption, which is pretty cool. They basically didn't have any before, nothing happened when they went dark side. So they're adding a whole bunch of new hair colors. They're adding about 1 billion hair colors, to be clear. Chiss are going from 9 hair colors to 71. Zabrak are going from 7 hair colors to 73. So basically, when they did the skin color changes a while ago, they were able to apply that same technology to the hairs too, which is super cool. Hey there, Haruf says, how do Twitch drops work? Do we watch you for an hour and get a poster? Pretty much. Just make sure to go to SWTOR.com and link your Twitch account first, and then once you've watched an hour, then you can go to my drops inventory link there and you can claim your prize. Just make sure to link your account first before claiming your prize, or it goes straight in the garbage. And it doesn't have to be me, it can be anybody streaming SWTOR. But hi, yeah, hi. I said I wasn't gonna go through this all, but I'm so excited about it, I can't not. That's so funny. But yeah, I'm really excited to see this technology being applied across the board. It's just super cool to see them continuing to update the character customization screen, because oh my god, that's something we've been asking for forever. Like, I'm excited to be able to like have lavender hair and stuff like that, you know, like to really be able to adjust things instead of just having like 7 options. They did mention something about the hair colors will be cartel market colors, for example hot pink, the more extreme ones. I'm still not entirely sure if this is referring to the old cartel market packs with the hot pink hair or new potential packs. We'll kind of have to keep our ears open. I think it might be just referring to the old ones as being still on the cartel market. They're also adding more Togruta colors. Last time they added face colors, but they didn't do the Montrals, the tentacle things, but those can now change color too. I picked this beautiful hot pink orange as my example that I wanted to show everyone, but they did flip through. So they're showing in live you've got about 9 colors. It's just flipping through what you currently have. 18, sorry, about 18 colors, so quite a few actually as far as things go. And now here's 7, 14, 15, 16. Now these are all new. There's just a couple, just a few. And it looks like they're maintaining the white because that's kind of a hallmark of Togruta. So white will always be that secondary color. I like someone saying, now I can make a goth Togruta. Yeah, you can. You absolutely can. Oh, you know what? You know what? Actually, I think I just confirmed my own question. If you take a look, oh god, it's so small, I'm sorry. If you take a look right here, these ones are blue. They're really, this really like hot purple is in the blue section of the Montreal colors, and that might mean that it's a cartel market one actually, because that's usually how they appear. What's that mean? Am I gonna have to Google that? Oh my gosh, I need a translate function. Is this how you say goth Togruta? Hello there, Samamordo. What? Oh, Polish. Hello, good morning. Goth Togruta to you too. Hi. Buenos dias. Let's get some pointless snowshoes. I'm going to bed. I'm done for the day, you guys. So I stayed up way too late. Oh, what did I do? Hang on. What else do we got going on? More Miri Allen colors. Question mark. They didn't show them, but I know they're coming. DX12. Hey, what's cool? Ah, thank you. How would I say thank you in Polish? Phonetically. So DX12, we had a really nice comment from Grievous earlier, and I'm so sorry. Grievous, your comment actually got lost in the meantime because it was so far up. But Grievous was saying, I finally kind of understand what the hype about DX12 is. Basically, you can leverage more of the computer. So SWTOR specifically, they said the reason they wanted to use it is so that we can have... they said, okay, hang on. Let me talk about why they're doing DX12 first. And I have that from a previous piece of information. The idea is that ideally, if they change the game's code to DX12, they should be able to take advantage of more pieces of the computer and more pieces of the computer software and be able to render the game in a different way. This could either mean making the current game smoother or faster, or adding in effects or graphics that they couldn't before. They haven't really said exactly what their goal is, whether it's a column A or column B, but we will either way, DX12 is something kind of exciting for the future of the game. I'm hoping it will bring some I had some more info that I can't find. Hang on. They did say, as a reminder, DX12 sets a new technology baseline, enabling us to make visual improvements over time. Similar to when we rolled out 64-bit upgrade, changes will not be super dramatic right out the door. Rather, this tech provides a solid foundation for us to build on, and we're all pretty excited to see what's possible once it's here. So they did say you may not even see a difference, which kind of sucks, and that's kind of how it felt with the 64-bit, but it's kind of like they're building a base and upgrading the game so it can continue to be played in the future and add new stuff in the future. What is DX12 in the first place? I'm sorry. What is DX12? I know we've talked about this before, but I struggle. Okay, are you ready? It's a collection of application programming interfaces, APIs for Microsoft Windows that handles graphics and multimedia tasks, particularly in gaming. So it's a pile of code, is the real answer. And kind of another simple explanation is it's a software that translates instructions from the game into tasks for your graphic card. And the more optimized that is, the better it can do with what you have, with what physical computer bits you have. So that's why we're kind of excited about it. So we could either have it to run the game smoother or run the game in ways that it can't now. For example, we have all these cool lighting effects and all these cool metallic specular effects, and I'm curious if we would have those if they didn't upgrade the game, you know? Like if they didn't add 64-bit and stuff like that. So next up, let's see, what to expect. Okay, and that is basically everything they talked about. And if you wanted to go take a look at things they didn't talk about but we've heard about in the past as things coming in the future, I have that all in the guide. Lurk! Hey there, Darklight, nice to see you. Oh, Grievous put their post. The hype around DX12 stemmed from its promise of improved performance and efficiency by allowing better utilization of multi-core CPUs and GPUs. This translated to potential benefits like higher frame rates, reduced stuttering, and lower power consumption, making a significant advancement over DirectX 11. And guess what? We're not using DirectX 11 on this game. It's DirectX 9. We are literally like 3 behind there in terms of upgrades. Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay. Yep. Yep. All right. So that's everything that's coming up. Very excited about all of that. Let me do a quick check of if they posted anything on the dev tracker. No, they did not post anything on the dev tracker yet. Okie dokie. So what was I going to get up to today? I was trying to, Oh, Anya, I remember seeing, I'm not going to read out your post because it's a very weird little technical thing. I remember seeing that before. Yes, I totally understand what you're saying. Got it. Yeah, that weird little trick. One weird trick. Today, I was thinking about what I wanted to do today. I wanted to take a little break from group content because that's what we do all in the beginning of the week, but I wasn't quite ready to jump back into my smuggler yet. I wasn't feeling it yet. I wanted to still spend a bunch of time talking about this stupid stuff. Sorry, not stupid stuff, but my stupid excitement over what's coming up. And I wanted to do some like casual content, and there wasn't any events running right now, but there's about to be a ton of events started. There's no Galactic Seasons for me to look at right now. There's no seasonal event for me to look at right now. I decided I didn't want to play PvP today because I'm about to feel like I'm gonna keel over as it is. So I was taking a think about what I might like to run. At first I was like, ooh, let's do dynamic encounters, but I felt like I'd already done that a bunch recently and I wanted a bit of a change. So I decided I was gonna go work on Bessie because I haven't worked on her in a while. However, I haven't done Bessie in forever. I don't even know what I'm at for Bessie. And I don't even remember like my tips and tricks from before. I feel like I'm like starting from scratch and I have to relearn how to Bessie. So I was gonna start by kind of re-watching the video. I hope that's okay because I really don't remember what I'm doing. My sanity's at risk. Fair enough, absolutely. But Bessie is something you can do at level 80 when you're caught up in the story. And she's a pretty cool little companion that you can go earn. And I actually don't have her fully earned yet. I think I would look in my legacy panel. And she's in here. She's part of the venture system. Yeah, it looks like I'm rank 5 of 11. So that's about where I stopped. Because I felt I'd learned everything at that point. And that was where I was okay, like stopping obsessing after obsessing for weeks about her. But yeah, I was gonna jump into this video. It's, oh my god, it's 25 minutes long. We might skip some parts. I'm not sure what's important and not important. I'm pretty sure like most of it is important, which is kind of wild. Academy, a series focused on the basics of Star Wars: The Old Republic. Bye. Level 80 subscribed players in Star Wars: The Old Republic can earn and level up the new Basilisk droid companion, B3S1, aka Bessie, through the new Venture system, a legacy-wide shared set of quests and objectives that sends you out to complete dailies with the new companion to earn upgrades for her. To earn Bessie as a companion, you need to complete multiple tasks called Ventures, which are solo-focused quests. These include training her, so you will be required to take her out in specific modes, tank, healer, and DPS, for these quests. You can only take Bessie out for a limited time until she is your full companion. Learning how Bessie works and how the Venture system works is actually a fairly complicated process, and is more aimed towards players who like earning and doing activities over a longer period of time. I believe it will take you a minimum of about 2 months if you're playing really active. 2 months? How much have I done so far? I'm only rank 5. I was working on it for a while as it is. Oh my gosh. To fully earn her. And most players who play more casually or only a couple days a week or not with extreme efficiency will probably take quite a bit longer. I personally had a bit of a rough and frustrating time trying to understand how Bessie worked, and because I kept hitting so many roadblocks of how to understand the system, I didn't have a lot of fun playing her at first. However, once I did understand how she worked and what I was supposed to be doing, I did find this to be a really fun kind of casual activity to do. For veteran players, it felt a lot like doing reputation quests, except it does send you all over the galaxy, which is kind of cool. So in this video, I'm going to be going over step by step how to play Bessie and how to understand how she works. If you're looking for a more detailed, in-depth guide, I've got ranks 1 through 11 all the way up on the SWTORista.com website. Let's start with how to earn Bessie. How do you start? You can start earning the Basilisk droid companion and working on ventures if you are level 80 and subscribed. The story requirements for Bessie are actually quite strict. You'll be able to start her quests fairly early as long as you're subscribed and level 80. However, you won't be able to finish them and actually start earning Bessie unless you are fully caught up with the storylines all the way from Osis to Kessin's landing on Orb. That is a freaking long list there, but I guess it makes sense. It's kind of the goal. It's really meant to be something for endgame players, for end story solo players. Caught up with the storylines all the way from Osis to Kessin's landing on Ord Mantell. If you do not already have the quests related to Lane Vizsla, you can pick them up by flying to the planet Runuk and start walking into the tunnel. This will automatically give you the quest called Showdown's Wake, and if you walk towards the glowing blue terminal, will automatically trigger a holo call with a character named Ras Ordo. This will start the chain of short story quests leading towards Kessen's Landing on Ord Mantell and the Basilisk droid quests. If you need help with these specific I don't remember making this at all. Like, I know I made this. This is my voice. This is how I make Photoshops. I have no memory of this whatsoever. I can't believe I made a whole like list though. I wonder if I was like cranky about how many different steps there was. Quests, I've got a link to the website with step-by-step guide. If you're level 80 subscribed, you can go to the Ventures tab in your Legacy panel, which is Y on your keyboard by default, in the Basilisk prototype section on the left, and click Grant Mission. Important! You can only do this special Basilisk story quest on one character in your entire legacy, but once you have completed it on one character, you can work on progressing and earning B3S1, the Basilisk droid, on all of your characters, as it is a legacy-wide system. I recommend starting this Ventures mission on your favorite or main character. If you're not subscribed, or not level 80, or have not started Showdown's Wake, the Grant Mission button will be grayed out. This will give you a mission that I'm not even going to try to pronounce properly. Berksya Val Berksyk. And this first step is to answer this holocall and then fly to the planet of Runuk and visit Lane in her lab in the Runuk tunnels. Just follow the purple quest markers. This will complete the short mission starting out. Then, the next step of this quest is to talk to Bessie herself. This cutscene will have you give her a memory chip. You'll have gotten 3 of these type of currency from the earlier quest for free. Once you've done that, you'll complete the short story mission called Stabilized, and it will give you Bessie as a temporary companion beside you. So when you give Bessie a data chip, she joins you for 1 hour. You can see her timer in the bottom left of your screen near your companion information. If she dies while she's out, don't worry. You can resummon her from your companion portrait or press the N button on your keyboard to open the companions menu if she happens to disappear before the timer runs out. Alright, step 3. Use a training module from your inventory. The next step of the quest, and something you kind of need to learn in general, is to use a training module from your inventory. You actually get to choose which one you start off with. You can start with a combat, defense, or support training module, and all of these will be for Runuk. To use a training module, you must have Bessie out beside you and right-click the item from your inventory. Your quest will now ask you to complete a Basilisk prototype training mission on Runuk. You'll also get a new yellow quest called Combat Training Runuk, which asks you to complete 2 daily missions on Runuk. I've got a quick tip for this because this is one of the things I was getting frustrated about. Do not try and do all the Runuk dailies at once, like you would if you were normally doing dailies. Only do 2. If you're bad at tracking quests, only pick up 2 so you only have 2 quest markers. I recommend picking up daily, What's in the Works, and daily, Any Aeronivore, and the weekly quest itself. Quick travel to the machine scrapyard, blow stuff up there with the blue buttons on the machines, and then get the nearby explosives. Then you can finish both quests in the dilapidated waterworks water part of the map, counterclockwise once inside the water treatment plant building. It'll save you a lot of frustration and time just to do 2 quests and not try to do them all today. Once you complete any 2 Runuk missions with Bessie, you will complete the combat training Runuk and get a collected research item. You can right-click this new gold-bordered item from your inventory to open it. This will give you 3 types of currency in the currency tab of your inventory. If you don't see anything happen when you right-click this, don't forget you can check the other tab of your chat and it'll tell you exactly what you got from that box. So you'll get some systems data currency, some prototype data currency, and some data chip currency. All of these currencies related to Bessie are legacy-wide, so all of your characters on your server, and you can see them in the currency tab of your inventory. You just gotta scroll all the way down. So once you've completed those 2 Runuk quests, opened up that little box of collected research, step 5 will be to return to Lane for repairs. So once you've returned to Lane and spoken to her, you can right-click the glowing blue computer terminal beside her. It will give you 3 options. You need to choose the one related to what training module you had given Bessie earlier. So it'll show you research reactive plating, that's for defense, research colto probe, that's for healing or support, and research shatter missile, that's for combat. You'll automatically have earned enough prototype data and systems data to upgrade Bessie this time from your earlier quests. In the future though, you'll have to save up currencies to upgrade over time. After that, talk to Lane again, and this will complete that introductory story quest. Oh yeah, by the way, you'll notice that nearby in Lane's lab, there's a blue glowing container with a quest marker. Right-clicking this will give you a free memory chip currency. This glowing blue box can be revisited once per day, as the quest resets daily for a free chip. Each of your level 80 characters can also grab a free chip daily, and because the currency is legacy-wide, all of your characters benefit from that. Many of the
That's kind of one of the things I was trying to remember. We're past the section of how do you start, and now we're in the section of like how do you actually do it, because this is the part I couldn't remember at all.
Currencies have caps. You can only earn so much at a time. So for these memory chips, you can only get a total of 10 chips per week across your whole legacy, but you can hold 20 at a time total. So from here on out, you will not be speaking to Lane to progress. Instead, you'll be using the new legacy panel to see what objectives you have available. Once again, you can press Y on your keyboard or get to the legacy menu from the main menu, and that will be Ventures and then Basilisk Prototype. You can see the objectives list on the bottom left of this panel. You can click her different modules, so you'll see the defense, combat, and heals, and by clicking the different objectives within those, you can see on the right hand side the more detailed description of what you need to do. This is another point where I got very confused about how Bessie worked. I'll give you a tip though. Each of the modules, so heal, combat, defense, each of them really only has 3 objectives. The 4th objective is just to complete the other 3 objectives and turn them all in. What exact objectives you will have will change depending on Bessie's rank. As she ranks up, your tasks change. You can see what rank she's currently at is called her repair level on the top left of the screen. It'll say repair level 1 of 11 right now. I'm going to go over a sample set of objectives so you can understand how to do Bessie yourself. So let's start with combat. That'll be the red one.
All right, so I've gotten Bessie to rank 5. So I think I can safely, I'm so happy this is chaptered. I'm gonna skip ahead to rank 5. Let's see. Do we have a section called rank 5? Let's see. Like if I go in here. Oh, it's not chaptered. Interesting. I should go bully Zach to chapter it. Let's see what we're at. I think we're at rank... Which planet modules to use? Oh, here we go.
Or choose and use a training module. You'll want to choose and use one of the colorful training modules that aligns with your current Legacy window Ventures goals if possible, by looking at the damage, support, and defensive objectives. When it comes to ranks 2 through 4 for Bessie, the specific planet you go and do doesn't really matter, but it does matter later. If you're playing slowly and casually, feel free to use whatever modules Bessie gives you, as long as they line up with your damage, support, defense objectives. However, if you're trying to be efficient, you may want to focus on using specific modules early and save others for...
I lied, I wanted to watch the earlier ones too. Like backtrack just a bit, sorry. We're talking about repair level 1 here.
Start with combat, that'll be the red one, and I'll start by clicking that in the legacy menu. There's going to be 4 objectives: repair shatter missile, combat practice, training module combat, and research shatter missile. Like I said earlier, one of these objectives is a fake one. It actually just wants you to complete all the other 3 first. In this case, the objective you can ignore is the one called repair. It just asks you to do all the other 3 first. Now let's go over those 3. So the first one is combat practice. Engage in combat encounters with your Basilisk prototype and allow it to practice the damage combat roll by using its special abilities 25 times. This is going to be a very common objective for the next couple of ranks of Bessie. You actually have to let her use her abilities. So if you kill everything and don't let her attack, she won't get any progress for this objective. So you may want to let her do her thing a little bit and stand back. For all of the different practice, heal, tank, and support, the auto attack does not count and Bessie must be in the correct role. So at this point, Bessie doesn't have a lot of different abilities yet. She's just a baby. You're going to work on upgrading her over time. So since she can only use one real specialized attack ability, she has to wait, and it might take a little while. If you're working on the healing module instead, make sure to actually take some damage or she can't heal you. For the objectives that ask you to allow Bessie to use her abilities, you can always double dip them with the other objectives. You don't have to just go find random enemies to fight. Instead, you can combine it with training module, combat. It says complete the initial combat training module with your Basilisk prototype. We actually did that earlier in the quest. That was to go do our 2 rune quests with Bessie out beside us while using the training module. You'll have more of those in your inventory when you're ready to work on defense and healing. And lastly, research Shatter Missile. This is what you do after you have finished collecting currencies. I usually like to go do it after doing training modules, after letting Bessie attack things. I return to Lane's lab on Runuk by flying there. Then I right-click her glowing blue computer and upgrade Bessie's systems. Every time you actually are able to upgrade Bessie like this, she gets either a new ability or one of her existing abilities gets upgraded. So once you've done those 3 objectives, so once again, there'll be combat practice, letting Bessie go attack things herself. And number 2, do the training module, which is to go do quests on Runuk in this case. And 3rd, actually doing the research and turning in your currencies at the blue terminal. That'll complete the 4th objective, and you'll have finished rank 1 of combat for Bessie. You'll basically then go and do the same thing for defense and for healing, and you'll be able to finish up Bessie's rank 1 and move on to rank 2 with a whole new set of objectives. Once I got to rank 2 is another spot where I got a little confused and could have used some extra help, so I'm happy to pass on these set of tips for you. After the initial tutorial level of repair, things start to take longer and aren't always on Runuk anymore. So if you haven't picked up Bessie yet, I recommend pausing this video, bookmark it for later, and come back to this point once you've reached rank 2, because it's a slightly different set of steps. Alright, let's dive into my step-by-step for levels 2 through 4. Step 1, make sure to pick up your free chip. You can get up to a total of 10 free chips per week. These are the free memory chips, and I can't stress how awesome it is to be able to pick up free ones of these. If you only have one character that you're playing Bessie on, you especially want to come pick these up as often as you can, even if you don't actually plan on playing on her that specific day. Part 2, give Bessie a memory chip. Walk over to Bessie and give her a chip. This will cause her to join you as a companion for 1 hour. It'll also give you the reward for the quest Stabilized. The item in your inventory from that quest is called Training Modules, and step 3 is to open that training modules in your inventory. It looks like a little yellow bordered yellow data pad thing. Just right click it to open it. It will contain 1 or more randomized colorful support, defense, or combat modules with a randomized planet attached to them. For example, you might get Support Training Module, Mokeb. Part 4, choose and use a training module. You'll want to choose and use one of the colorful training modules that aligns with your current Legacy window Ventures goals if possible, by looking at the damage, support, and defensive objectives. When it comes to ranks 2 through 4 for Bessie, the specific planet you go and do doesn't really matter, but it does matter later. If you're playing slowly and casually, feel free to use whatever modules Bessie gives you, as long as they line up with your damage, support, defense objectives. However, if you're trying to be efficient, you may want to focus on using specific modules early and save others for later. I've put together a little chart, but like I said, this is super awesome. Okay, cool. Back where we were. Jedi Smuggler, thank you so much. I just saw that. Thank you. Bells has a good tip. You can also choose the healing by taking off and then putting on your armor again. That is a nice tip. I do like it. JR says, overall, I think Bessie is a great idea and great reward. The weekly caps are clunky and annoying. I think it'd just be a weekly tank heal and DPS missions. Yeah, I think it's a strong case that this is the first time they've ever done this before. Bessie's actually gone through, like, I think 3 different iterations so far where she's changed a bit. And they've kind of fixed her and adjusted her over time. So I'm sure they will probably, you know, whenever they release another venture, they might adjust that too and go back to it. But in the meantime, we're just kind of stuck with it. Holy Bun says, oh my god, I didn't know you can only start Bessie Quest on 1 character. I started on my main character, and when I realized it's going to take a really long time, I stopped. I decided that I will do this quest only on my Mandalorian character in the future. Guess I'm screwed. You might not be super screwed. So basically, Holy Bun, I think what matters is you need to start
the quest on a character that you want to play it on. There is multiple steps to the quest, and some of them are independent. So you would need to finish the first part so you can start working on like the Bessie panel. But eventually, and I haven't gotten this far yet, eventually the panel will offer you another quest. And if you want, I think, do not quote me on this, I think you can do that next part on a different character. Yeah, I think I've actually been swapping between all of my different characters, including this. I started on my main character, and now I mostly play Bessie on this cool-looking Mandalorian that I have here in the background. She looks cool. It just may save you a little efficiency later on. I actually completely ignored this until I reached like rank 3, so you don't have to worry too much about it until you get a hang of Bessie. Step 5 is to go pick up those daily quests. So once you've decided which training module to use, and right-clicked it from your inventory, it will grant you a quest with that role and planet in the name. For example, Combat Training, Kessen's Landing. Bessie will automatically change to the correct role for your quest when you use the training module. The fastest way to get to the daily missions is to first... Okay, so I think this is the point where I am at the quests. So when I open up my Legacy panel, I'm rank 5. It says I need to do CZ-198, the Black Hole, and Iocath. So I want to complete training modules on those planets, and I think I don't have very much done in terms of healing, tank, or DPS. So I think I can just, if I have any of those modules, I think I can just go and do them. So what I've been doing is I've been hoarding them up. I've been hoarding them up for the last little while, and I should have a bunch in my inventory. And that was one of the other reasons I wanted to work on Bessie, because I'd been being smart and I'd been hoarding these hoarding these modules. Hoarding these modules, but it does mean they're kind of clogging up my inventories. I got a couple of them here, so I'm wondering what are the 3 planets? The 3 planets that I need to start with. It'll say on my Legacy tab here. I need CZ-198, Black Hole, and Iocath. So any of those, I think I can remove them from my bank and put them into my inventory. Iocath, Osis, Mekshah, Mekab, Orcon, Iocath. It was Iocath, CZ-198, and the Black Hole. The Black Hole. Section X, Osis, Section X. It'd be nice if I could sort these, or if they look different in some way. There's just so many of them. Oh, Iocath. Black Hole, nice. Take that. Black Hole, take that. Are these all Iocath? LOL. You can see I've kind of been avoiding Iocath. I wonder why. Section X. Kessen's Landing, nice. Black Hole, I need that one. Orcon. Black Hole, nice. Iocath. Kessen's Landing, Iocath, nice. Onderon, Iocath. Oh gosh, I already forget what it was. Darn it, I'm not good at this. Black Hole, Iocath, CZ-198. I think I've been using the CZ-198 ones a lot because they were fast to start with. Kessen's Landing, Mekshah, Runuk, Osis, Onderon, Manan, Makeb, Runuk, Onderon. There's so many of them. Black Hole. Ooh, apparently I don't have any CZ-198 ones. What happened there? Unless they're the ones over here and I sorted them out. Black Hole. I don't even know if I need this many. Oh, here's CZ-198. Nice. Black Hole. Yay. CZ-198. Oh, I see. I pre-sorted them out. Oh, thank you, past me. Appreciate ya. Iocath. Thank you. Thank you to past me. Black Hole. Okay, so I don't have very many CZ-198 ones, but I think it should be okay. I think that may have been the one I already partially started. Okay, now here's where I need some advices from myself. Leave Lane's lab by walking out the door. I always forget to do this and it drives me crazy. Then use the icon of 3 little people near your minimap. Go to the solo tab and find your daily area planet on the list and travel that way. These will be available even if you've never done the other quests associated with these planets. Once you've actually gotten to the planet and found the dailies box, step 6 is to do those dailies and an optional heroic. Once you pick up the daily from the quest box, the quest will ask you to do any 2 daily quests on that specific planet.
and may have a heroic training quest as a bonus quest that asks you to do a heroic quest on that planet. So much like on Runuk, you aren't trying to do every quest on the box, you're just trying to pick 2 for now to complete that module for that planet. In addition, doing the heroic bonus quest is highly recommended due to the nice randomized bonus rewards that it gives you. The heroic...
Is this still the same point that I'm at? Is that what my Bessie is asking me to do? Oh, yeah, I feel so weird because like I covered this extensively, but I don't remember any of it. Okay, so it says if I'm going to somewhere like CZ198, I need to upload the research once I get it, conduct research, complete training modules with your Basilisk. Oh, it wants me to do 5 of them? Is that like 10 quests worth then? Oh, and find the black hole data fragments. That's the part I was kind of confused about.
Also counts as a daily, so you can do a heroic and 1 daily quest with it. Heroic quests are not designed to be done alone, but experienced players often do them alone. These quests may be more difficult than normal due to the fact that Bessie is not very strong yet and does not have all her abilities. So if you want to do the heroics but are struggling, see if you can get a friend to come give you a hand. So since you're going to be going around the galaxy and hopefully completing at least 2 quests per planet when it comes to the dailies, you may notice that some of the quests are a lot easier than others. Some take a lot less time than others, some are extremely long and difficult. So we've put together a wonderful little list of tips of some of the easiest quests to do on the various planets and some tips on how to do those specific easier quests. While you're working on ranks 2 through 4, you'll probably be hopping around planets a bunch, and you can hop between characters a lot too if you want. If you decide to do them all in the same character, you may have to do all of the dailies eventually, but if you're playing on multiple characters, you can always just go and pick up the 2 easiest every time. This list of tips is available on SWTORista.com. I highly recommend taking a look and bookmarking it and coming back to it every time you have to work on Bessie. Easiest way to get to it is through the table of contents. And find your planet on the list.
Leave me alone. Okay, I think we might be in a good track now. Okay, so we're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. Rank 5, repair level 5 onwards. Instead of doing training modules for specific roles like tank, healer, damage, new objectives will require you to complete 5 training modules of the same planet. So instead of do 4 support modules, you'll get objectives like do any 5 modules for Iocath. Ability usage for Bessie no longer matters. Now that Bessie has all of her skills and could do 100 in record time, she doesn't have to. The new objectives will be to loot 10 data fragments related to the locations you're researching. Data fragments drop from any enemy in the daily area of the planet, regardless of what daily you're currently doing with Bessie. The drop rate is a little under 1 per daily you're doing, so you may find yourself taking longer to do this objective than the ability usages did. Remember to loot everything you fight and remember to have Bessie out. After you collect the data fragments from enemies, it is safe to sell them to a vendor or get rid of them as they already counted towards Bessie and you don't need to turn them in anywhere. Anecdote, after 3 black hole modules, I only had looted 5 data fragments without stealthing by any enemies. Since repair level 5 requires 5 black hole modules, in this instance, I'll be done modules before fragments and will need to manually grind black hole. Okay! Cool. I think I finally understand what's going on here, and I think I'm ready to go Bessie my Bessie. Okay, so I need to start by getting... I'm on Iocath. Should I start with Iocath? I need to do them all eventually, right? Okie dokie. Iocath is my one that I struggle with the most, so maybe I should just start with that one. And let's go to Iocath. Yeah. Table of contents. There's no cut and dry pairing for Iocath because they rotate around. Try going for any 2 dailies that take place in the neutral docking ring. Very skilled players can solo Colossal Threat for the bonus. For the average player, at least 3 people would need to do it. Okay, cool. I think I'm already set up to be Republic side. Oh, I need to go get Bessie first. Oh, first things first. First things first, we need Bessie. I started to go do the dailies without the companion. Hey there, Igor. Igor says, I started playing Sorcerer. It's the most broken OP class. Are you having fun, Igor? Are you having fun dropping Force Lightning Storm down on everything? It's a great fun class. Is the game audio strange for others or just me? Hey there, Blue Fire Truck. I think it's like a weird Twitch issue. I don't fully understand it. I've seen it when I'm watching other players playing SWTOR as well. Their voice is not distorted in any way, but the game is, and I don't fully understand the why. I haven't figured out if it's a weird like broadcasting thing that all of us just don't know how to fix, or if it's a copyright anti-detection kind of thing, like done on purpose by Twitch End. I don't know. I have never quite figured that out. But yeah, I definitely know exactly what you're talking about. No mission, go to the lab. Oh my gosh. See, I told you. I told you I don't remember how to do this anymore. Run! Run to the lab. So what am I working on today? So yesterday I was working on the 7.7.1 guide. Today I'm going to be updating a bunch of the other guides like Feast of Prosperity, Galactic Seasons. Just kind of adding info to existing guides so when people look them up they know it's coming up. And hopefully I'll be starting to record 7.7.1. I wanted to start recording yesterday, but I wanted to confirm there was no public test server, and I have been able to confirm that. So I don't need to wait for it. Usually I like to, for the videos, wait for PTS is up. Because I can often poke around there some more first. Go talk to Bessie. And then I can also get footage. But I won't have any footage. I'll just be kind of working with what we have right now. Okay, let's see. You're very close to reaching the 20 chip maximum credit chip. Oh my gosh, are we gambling with Bessie? Bessie, let's go to the casino. Bessie! Hi, baby girl. Aw, who's a good Basilisk droid? Here you go, buddy. Darth Krovos updates? John Wayne, is that on your wish list? Iocath says, have you played the Sorcerer? Yes, Sorcerer is fun. Honestly, I just like dropping the lightning down everybody. I love the Force Lightning and general animations in this game. They're very cool, just in a very general way. I usually don't play Sorcerer as like my first pick though. I really like the Assassin. It's a little less flashy, but I like the way it plays. Okay, Bessie, we're going to Iocath now, baby girl. Let's go. We need to do like 10 Iocath quests, so we've kind of got two options. I could either A, do as many Iocath quests on my main character as I can, or B, do only the two easiest ones and then hop between 5 different characters. So like doing it across multiple characters. I think what I'm going to do is just do all the Iocaths because I struggle so much with Iocath. Why not go put myself straight into the fire and cry a little bit, you know? At least I can do it on my main character, right? So Zach specifically points out the Iocath daily guide, which we have up on the website. Basically a while ago I contracted Zach to go write a bunch of daily guides. I put together the framework, I put together all the rewards and stuff like that, and said, can you go write step by step for each of the quests? That way if anyone gets stuck, they can have a guide to go reference. And Iocath is one of the big ones because Iocath makes me cry in terms of trying to get around and stuff like that. Open your token. Did you not watch the Swtorista guide? Oh my freaking goodness. No, I didn't, clearly. I got CZ198. Nice, nice, nice. And I got a black hole. Hell yeah, the ones I needed too. I guess I should probably put some of these into my legacy bay or my bank though, huh? Let's see if I can clean my inventory just a bit. I don't know how well that's gonna work. We'll see. Inventory is full of garbage as usual. Full of garbage. It's full of... Oh, this is a stim that Galaxy gave me when I had like lost my other one. I don't know what to do with it now though. It's just a gift that can go. Probably a couple pieces here that could be sorted out, but I think this will do for now. Correct. And I was wondering if where's Bessie girl? What happened to her? Get back out here, you dog. I was wondering if I could switch to DPS and she switched to DPS and we could kill things super fast, but I wasn't sure if we'd be able to, like how strong we are on Iocath specifically. Belle says, I still don't understand people's problem with Iocath. Done correctly, you can get a shed load of conquest done in roughly 20 minutes. Oh yeah, absolutely. So, Iocath is definitely can be a very efficient planet if you know what you're doing. My problem with Iocath is when I try to follow the quests without any like without any outside resources or without any remembrance of having done them before. That's probably the biggest problem here is I don't remember what I've learned in the past very well. Are they gonna add a Bessie date night? Yes, I'm sure they will. When I pick up all the quests, like when I do this, which is usually how I do quests in SWTOR, if I try and follow them and just follow the markers on the map, it is not very accurate or it's not very intuitive. So I get lost a lot and I get really upset about it, and the directional stuff is very confusing to me. Wait a sec, why does the board glowing right now? I don't think it matters. For example, oof. I think there's a quest over here. I'll go do this one next. I remember there's one of them that it's not very useful to do with Bessie. Okay, so with Bessie I need to complete quests, and also I need to kill things with her. Come here, Bessie girl. Okay, let's see. I can go back to the Alliance camp, and there's some of the quests in a weird little side room, if I very vaguely remember. Teha, hey, say Teha. Teha says, I asked the question yesterday, but I think you were busy with the operation and dev video. Hey, yeah, great question. Teha says, does the companion accuracy buff show on the character sheet at all, or do you just stop at 9% and know 1% is coming from that companion buff? Hey, Teha, yeah, I don't remember that question. I'm so sorry I missed it. Yesterday was chaotic. So as far as I know, it's not like listed somewhere in the details, but it does show up. So you posted something really interesting yesterday about how we have a specific number that we shoot for accuracy. It was like 2694 or something like that, and that should get you to 110% or 10%, whichever one you're looking at. And you said apparently it only works if you have the full buff here from your, what would be, Republic classes? Presence. Do companions still even give defensive buff? Where would that be under? These guys all just give presents. I didn't get to like double check all of this yesterday, but I'm not sure if that's how it always worked. Oh, okay, sorry. It does say grants a bonus to your max health, critical damage. I'm sorry, I just can't read well. Max health, critical damage, healing received, critical hit chance. Oh, that would be accuracy. Okay, here we go. So Lord Scourge grants a bonus for your accuracy. It doesn't really give an amount, does it? It doesn't really say, but yeah, you're shooting for 110 total. It will add to your score whether you can see it or not, as far as I know. I don't have any proof of that. That's just as far as I know. Oh, nice, Waifu. You got the Coruscant Deco Trap? Nice. Very cool. Yeah, I just can't read, Taya. I'm sorry. I just don't read with my eyes. I just like being contrary without actually checking stuff. Igor says, have you ever done Knights of the Eternal Throne and Fallen Empire on Master difficulty? I have. It was very, very... I'll be right back. We just had a big earthquake. Okay. Sorry, I just had a little panic there. Just like it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. It's not even near us. It's not even near us, and even there, it was only like a 4 point something. I just like kind of freaked out. I'm very sensitive to them. Like I can, if I have my earphones off, I can like hear them come. So freaky to talk about it this way, because if you'd asked me like this question, like in other places I've lived, I wouldn't like be like, what? Earthquakes are terrifying. Here I'm like, oh, they happen all the time. It's fine. I'm very sensitive to them. I can hear them. I can hear them coming when I have my headphones off. I can hear them coming from like very far away. Like it's almost like this growing wave that like goes through like everything, and eventually like it hits. But I had my headphones off and I didn't hear it well till it was here. It gave me a little heart, a little jolt. I'm like, ah! Get up, Bessie! I mostly wanted to go check on Mr. Swtorista because he was sleeping. I wanted to make sure he didn't like get scared or anything. I was like, did you feel that? And he's like all bleary eyed. He's like, yeah. Hey there, Winter. Winter says a happy National Avocado Day, a World Shredded Wheat Day. Yeah, so they're actually pretty common here in California, yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not going crazy. Vestra says I can hear them coming too. I know what you mean. It's so weird. The sound makes it seem like it's in slow motion and it's going pretty quickly. Yeah, and you can tell the difference between an earthquake and say like a truck or a plane or something because it's such a build-up from so far away, you know, like, and it's just like rah, big wave. Yeah, so I what happened was that I suddenly everything was shaking. It wasn't like things rattling off the walls, but it was a real good jolt, and there was a little one, another one after it. Oh, that's so funny. NB says my dog felt it before I did. I think if you're on the looking at the map, if you're farther out from LA, you probably didn't feel it or felt it very minimally. But yeah, it hit most of LA, at least in the light red colored. Yeah, but I think further to the farther near the ocean was less felt it. Oh gosh, it wasn't very big though. I just got scared. That's funny. It's funny that your dog felt it. Yeah, I'm sure your dog did. Yeah, sorry, I got a little scared. I'm all good though. Yeah, I'll fine. We've definitely had some worse ones. Like, plenty of little ones. Lots of little ones. A surprising amount. There was one that woke me up from sleep, and others I've slept completely through. And Mr. Swtorista would be like, "Did you feel the earthquake last night?" I'll be like, "No, I was sleeping, bro." Give me shards. What am I supposed to be doing here? I'm supposed to be activate the docking ring defense cannons and hack the droid control terminals and kill droids. Okay, so I need to go kind of deeper in, I think, and look for these little blue terminals. And I think that's one of them. I think that's the one I just did. I don't necessarily want to be in stealth, but where's Bessie? Bessie, where are you going? Come with me, you silly dog. Okay, this one looks like it's already done. Oh, I wonder what I haven't done this in a while. Rocket Latte says sometimes we have earthquakes here in Colombia. Last one was 6.5. Yeah, I'm not surprised. This one said it was 5.0, but it wasn't this. It matters a lot, I think, how close you are to where it... 5.4? I think it matters how close you are to where it actually happened. Like, the number's not very useful if you're far away. Did the earth move for you, honey? Yeah, that's exactly what I asked Mr. Swtorista. He said when he woke up, he said it wasn't very big though, and I was like, oh, maybe I was just overreacting because I got scared. Okay, all good. I'm from Europe. You look very Italian. Good, yes! I am basically half Italian, half German. Both sets of my grandparents were immigrants to Canada. There we go. You're in LA too, MB? Yeah, iBear is this. iBear is in Huntington, I feel like I remember you said. Lazial says I felt it in Apple Valley. I was in Fontana. Yeah, it was further to the... God, I'm so bad at this. East of LA. That's so funny. It's so weird to me that we're online and we've got people from like Europe. We've got people from all over the US. I sometimes forget that there's also people like nearby to me. I feel like I'm going less crazy now that I'm talking about the earthquake and other people felt it too. To you guys who live or lived in LA, I've lived here vaguely in the area, roughly around LA and stuff for the last 10 years or so. Oh, Bessie died. Come back here. Come back here, you dog. And I feel like we've had some worse ones closer to LA. I've never been in any where there was like massive destruction or anything like that. I don't know too much about the history before that though. Enchanted says, representing India! Right, all over the world. Super neat. Shake, rattle, and roll. Oh, right, so Igor, before that happened, Igor was, sorry. Igor was asking, have you done the master difficulty chapters? And I have. We did them on stream in the previous expansion. I haven't run them again in this expansion, and the difficulty may have changed, but they were super freaking hard. I know they are still technically doable, though they will require basically pulling out all the stops, every single thing you could possibly do to improve your damage and your survivability between you and your companion. Skills, mechanics, gear, influence, stims, grenades, all that kind of stuff. You need to use like every single one of them that you can get your hands on to succeed at it. Ooh la la! Yeah, shake, rattle, and roll. I think I still need to kill some more droids. I'm still looking for these little thingermabobbers. They're not glowing blue, so I assume I'm not clicking those. And I think the other AA cannon is way down to the south here. Sometimes we have chapter-specific companions, Mar and Asina. Yeah, you better boost them up to at least 20, or you're gonna have a really rough time. If you have the credits, I'd boost them to 50, even though they're a temporary companion, which kind of sucks. But yeah, for my run with Asina, that's actually one of the hardest chapters, and I boosted her up to 20 just so I could, you know, get an edge, because I'm not necessarily a very skilled player, and I was like, I'll use everything I can get. I want that achievement. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna boost this lady. Oh, here, cool. Sho says, I grew up in San Jose, so very used to earthquakes and stationed in Japan for over 12 years. Oh, yeah, you're very used to earthquakes. I woke up to an 8.0 earthquake in 2003 off the coast of Japan where I was up in Misawa. Oh my gosh, what would that have felt like? And if it was just off the coast and it was an 8.0, Japan's not that big. Japan's not that wide, you know? Like in California, California size compared to Japan. Like, is California... Oh, cool. Someone made a graphic. Okay, California is slightly wider than Japan and vaguely the same width as Sweden. Whoever made that graphic, I love them. Yeah. But yeah, I had to dig deep to get past that one. Enchanted, I had such a hard time. Yeah, it's such a hard achievement, but I really wanted to do it. It was a really fun challenge for me, but I'm the kind of person who does like kind of banging their head against things over and over and over. If that's not something you enjoy, I wouldn't recommend it. Like beyond just skill level. If you don't like doing the same thing over and over and over to try and succeed at something, it's not a fun achievement to go do. That's probably why I also like the Blueprints game that I've been playing, like I said. Bessie's a perfect fit for doing things over and over and over. Okay, I will say, I'm not as much of a fan of doing the same thing over and over and over. I like to do that until I succeed at something. Like, if you don't succeed, then try and try and try again. I like that. Bessie, you just do it. I don't know if there's any real failure state other than not completing it yet. You you don't bang your head against Bessie. You just slowly bonk your head gently as you level her up. You come back each week and slowly kind of slap your forehead. Sho says, now I live in Michigan. Friends there have no clue about earthquakes. Right, exactly right. It's very different in other parts of the country. When I lived in Washington, we always had to worry about volcano, which was kind of weird. Let's see, did I finish the quest here? Yes, I did. Cool. And I think I can just quick travel out of here. I don't see why I would need to walk out. I should be good to go here. Bessie, did we see the face of success? I like that quote a lot. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Okay, let's see. Powering up the weapons factory. Is it telling me to go in the Imperial tram? Ah, you little stinker. Yes, it is. I don't want to go on the Imperial tram. I'll go on the Republic side. Smuggler says, we've had earthquakes here in Wisconsin. They're not very big, but we've had them. When I used to live in Quebec, When I used to live in Quebec, Canada, I don't think we had very many earthquakes, if at all. I imagine that probably has to do with the Canadian Shield, which is a basically very hard rock. Canadian Shield. I kind of had a hard time understanding what it was when I was younger. It's a broad region of Precambrian rock that encircles the Hudson Bay. It's basically a big, you learn about it when you're in school. I'll show you a picture right here. This is where the Canadian Shield is located. It's basically some really hard rock. Is there earthquakes in the Canadian Shield? But it's generally considered stable, right? Because it's a big bunch of rock. So we didn't have to worry about earthquakes very much when I lived in Quebec, in that part of Canada, French part of Canada. However, I lived on a military base. So, oh my gosh, really hard Canadian rock like Nickelback. I hate you so much. That was terrible. So accurate, but terrible. I grew up on a military base, so we wouldn't have to worry about earthquakes knocking things around, but we did often have to deal with low-flying jets. My mom had to would be like, all the plates are gonna fall off the wall. The cabinets are shaking again. Low-flying jets practicing. We had to deal with what else? They would practice dropping munitions, not like beside the house or anything, but near enough that you would feel it and hear it. So I'm like, I shouldn't even be rattled by earthquakes at all. They shouldn't even bother me. They shouldn't even be a second on my mind. Little rumbles feel like a lot more as the ground soil is more stable. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, there you go. That makes sense, right? We got real bushy dirt here in California, maybe. Okay, so this says... I have such a hard time with reading the map here. It doesn't help that the transporters look like quest markers. Like they just... I don't know why they put them there. They make me angry. Okay, so I've got... Let's see what do I got for quest here. Powering up the weapons factory. That's in the weapons factory. I thought that's where I was, but I don't think so. The weekly, which I don't really care about right now. Defeat 10 enemies on Iocath as a monitor. Oh, I like that one. Defeat a Colossus droid. I may or may not be able to do that one. Disable a plasma emitter defenses. Oh, that one annoys me, but I'll do it. Defeat caretaker droids. Cool. Scouting Iocath, the scanning one. And oh, that one I have to follow a map for. That one I have too hard of a time just doing it on my own. I like the concept of it, but I never had a lot of success trying to solve it on my own, the little scanning one. So let's see, I do have a guide up. That one was called Scouting Iocath. And I asked Zach to work on a map, and he did. So he put specific points on the map that you can scout from. Yay! Okay. Let's see, I'm gonna go to the super weapon terminal for now, though. I think that'll, since I'm already here, I might as well, you know. I'm from California, says Cass. And in college, a bunch of folks freaked out about a small earthquake. I was confused because I was in a tap dance class and didn't even register for me. I thought we were tapping just more strongly. There you go, tap it out. That's funny. Lightyear says, of all the things in the game that could use to overhaul the map is a big one. I shouldn't complain too much about the map. I'm complaining about a specific way they decide to use a planet, but they've actually overhauled the map. Not a full overhaul, but improvements, and I'm really, really happy with them, to be honest. For example, I'm really happy with this overlay map. This has helped me as a player so much in being able to enjoy the game more, instead of before I was constantly doing like this. This is what my screen would look like constantly, because I would get lost. I forget which direction I was going about every 3 to 5 seconds. I'm sorry. It's not impressive. It's just how my brain works. And having this little overlay map has been just freaking fantastic for me personally. Like, I use it all the time. And it makes it so I can just flick my eyes over for half a second to see which direction I'm facing instead of having to open the map and constantly refigure out where I am. Oh, what's this player doing right here? They were doing some other type of quest. California has the San Andreas fault line to keep us on our toes, right? Fun little spicy fault there for us. Okay, I need to steal the balls. Give me your ball! I don't understand what this quest is about at all. Like, I know how to do it. I know how to do it real good, but why we're all playing football and I'm stealing the balls from the Iocath remote workers who are doing their job already, and why I have to put them in random blue glowing slots but not all the slots glow, I don't know. I just want to put my balls somewhere and I don't know where, okay? Give me your ball. Give me your little football. Give me your hut ball. You know what this is? This is actually a beach ball. I've seen the decoration. I'm serious. This is a beach ball. Look. Give me your beach ball. I need to show the people something. Okay, look at this boy. Look at this little spinny ball, okay? You see it? You take a good look at it? You know what it is? It is beach ball. This is literally what it is. Why are these guys carrying a bunch of beach balls around? I don't know. Why do I have to steal the beach balls from them? I don't know. Why can't I put that beach ball in that beach ball hole? I don't know. Why is there already... they always steal my beach ball hole. Darn it. Now there's nowhere to shove it. Oh no, they're just wandering around randomly because they don't know where to go either. Because reasons. None of it makes any sense. Give me your ball. Hand it over. And like, why am I doing their job for them? I don't understand why I'm doing this. Parasa says, what is in the Knights of the Fallen Empire in chapter section? Sure, let's take a quick look at that. Oh, I should probably kill these guys first. Oh, where's Bessie? Oh, what the hell? What happened to Bessie? Did that quest even count as completing? Oh, fudge, hang on. Hang on here. Hang on here. Where is Bessie? She completely disappeared while I was doing that quest. Oh, fudge nuggets. I'm about to be done. You're gonna kill me. It's fine. Speaking of chapters, so what's in Knights of the Fallen Empire in the chapters section? Is this like, Perusa, are you asking because this is something you've not run across yet, or did you want more specifics about a specific thing in here? If you haven't run across this yet, this is part of the expansions. This is part of the third expansion called Knights of the Fallen Empire. You will eventually get there in the story. And the idea is that when they released this expansion, it was a little different. They decided to release it so that it was replayable and replayable. Oh, you just subscribed for the first time. Got it. That expansion is actually replayable and it has different modes. So if you've just subscribed, you have maybe finished your class story. You maybe finished Rise of the Cartel and Shadow of Revan. If you haven't yet, you're going to go back and do those first, because you'll probably want to enjoy the story in order. But otherwise, you will go start Knights of the Fallen Empire from your ship if that's what you wanted to get into. The chapters menu is mainly for when you want to replay them in the future. Otherwise, you'll pick it up from your ship and it'll just keep giving you the quests here. You pretty much never even need to manually open this or look through it. But yeah, most players play it on story mode to start, unless you want a really big challenge. Have fun. Welcome to the expansions. I hope you enjoy going through them. I've just linked for you the story order guide just in case you needed that. Okay, now Bessie's out and I'm out and we're ready to rock. Ready to do some murder. Yeah, get him, Bessie! Get him, robot dog! Yeah! Okay, cool. Here's what I was missing before. Will they ever add more chapters? I don't think so. I think they've moved away from that way of releasing content. The chapters were originally released bit by bit, and that's why they were able to do that, but players did not like how that worked. They liked the replayableness of them, but did not like how they were released over time. That was messy as heck. What mission are we talking about here? What mission is broken? Oh, the one that I just did and I couldn't find Bessie. This mission needs to be fixed no matter what companion you start with. When you have put all the cores back, they're not cores. They are beach balls, by the way. When you put all the cores in and get back, you're given Therid as your companion. Oh, I wasn't given any companion. I got nobody. I got zip, zilch, nada, and I got murderized. But we've got Bessie back now. We're good. Antronik says, yesterday I learned that in PvP mode you could attack the capital of the other faction. I love that. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, isn't it fun to go and explore? I wish I was playing the game back then. Oh. You couldn't really go to Dromencost or Coruscant. You couldn't, like, go to Tython. You had to be able to fly there. It could be only planets that you could fly to. But you can kind of do that now. That's why we have, the Galactic Seasons objective, the one where you go and attack the guards. Sparks of Warp. The only difference was that you could also attack the players back then too. And yeah, we used to do that all the time. It used to be fun. Perusa says, thanks, sweetness. Yeah, have fun. You're very welcome. Blarg says, my last earthquake in Java Island, Indonesia, my house kind of cracked. I can hear it creaking, lol. Oh my gosh! That earthquake was a little bit closer than the one that was here then, I guess. Good luck with your house. I hope it don't fall over for sure. No spoilers, says Light Years. Awesome. I like those spoilers. I need to figure out which direction I'm going. I need to do scouting. Oh, I'm gonna go back to the very beginning. Oh no, I should do the scouting quest with the map. Lightyear says, no spoilers, I've been playing on and off since beta and I've never done Fallen Empire later. I read online, you are X for X amount of time and lose all your X. And I was like, nope, maybe someday. Oh, okay, so without giving any major spoilers. Your experts are... Okay, so if you haven't played Knights of the Fallen Empire, it is a very big departure from the previous storylines. I do recommend playing it at least once on your favorite character. Your ex will come back. Sorry. Your ex will come back as you play the story, but honestly that's kind of the idea of some of the stakes, is that you actually lose something and have to get it back. I do, even with that information, I do recommend doing it still. Like from a technical standpoint, there's a lot of other companions you can grab temporarily if you need them. From a technical standpoint, from a story standpoint, them being missing is like, that's the stakes. Your little heart goes away. You're like, no. I hope that's a useful answer without going into any more spoilers. And it also is all the setup for the later story. I don't know if you happen to enjoy Shadow of Revan, the one that would be right before it, but I was straight following the map, but instead of just running around in a circle. Hang on. It looks like I need to go to the north. I don't know if you enjoyed Shadow of Revan, but the resolution to Shadow of Revan, the finale for Shadow of Revan, doesn't actually come till way later. It's a story, I won't talk about spoilers, it's a story called Echoes of Oblivion, and it ties up actually like 3 or 4 different expansions worth of story in this really awesome kind of finale arc, and you will want to have played Knights of the Fallen Empire before and to get the full context and awesomeness of that story. Cube says, should it be of any consolation to you, Swtorista, being that I can fall into forgetfulness due to ADHD? Taking residence in my brain, I too would have constantly regard the map to ensure that I'm traveling in the correct direction. Yeah, I think it's not too uncommon of a thing, luckily. I still feel like a dummy when I like forget what I was doing like 2 seconds after I start doing it, but it's okay. It's workable. It's very embarrassing when other people see me doing it though, more than anything. Mr. Swtorista's pretty nice about it, but every once in a while he'll just look at me and just like shake his head. Feel like very confused about how I do tasks or remember halfway through tasks. I just try and work hard to make up for things being so messy. Okay, let's see. I think I need to go through the little portal here. Howdy, weird question, says Tom10. Hey there, Tom10. And hey there, Just Lewis, I see your question too. What is the odds of finding a new player in the game? Not returning our alt account, but an actual new player. Like, finding? Like, coming across? Like just out in the open world? So I can tell you, there is, I'm not sure I would know that specifically. But in general, we actually do see quite a few new players jumping in here saying hi. Like, hi, I just started the game a week ago. A lot of the time, it's returning players, though. We get a lot of returning players in here, at least, saying, hi, I'm just returning to the game after a 10-year break. New players, I think new players tend to more keep to themselves, so they're less likely to jump on a stream. They're like, I'm just going to jump in and play. And I'm not really going to talk to anybody, and I'm mostly going to be in my story cutscenes. So you may not even really see them very much because they're just running around from quest to quest, you know? But they do definitely exist, and one of the reasons I know this is because at least a couple years ago, and I don't think much would have changed by now, I used to try sending out free stuff to people who looked like new players. Like, I would send them out on Tython. Baby heals, thank you. Any extra stuff that I had, like if I had an extra cool gun from the cartel market and it wasn't very expensive, I would just find somebody at Ormantel and send it to them. And a lot of the time it would say, sorry, this player didn't pick it up again. So I'm assuming that player was not like a long time player and it was just a new player checking it out. I think most new players tend to like jump in, check things out, and then jump around to a different game. And so that's why you're more likely to see returning or current players. I don't know if that was super useful info. What is your goal? And maybe I can get you some better info. Like, are you trying to do giveaways? Are you just kind of curious about meeting other new players to play with? Just curious about numbers of the game? Oh, why can't I scan that thingy? Why can't I scan it? And Lewis's question was, just Lewis, hey there. I'm relatively new to the end level stuff in the game. I've just unlocked the ability to get 340 blue and purple mods from hide and seek. Nice job! High five! Psh, you did great! And I have my tactical and working on my legendary implants already. I was wondering, how do I get about getting the purple ear and relics? Do I have to farm ops to get them? Yeah, great job. I'm so proud of you. You got really far. Like, that's awesome, especially if you're new to endgame gearing, that you already were able to do all that. Okay, so if you are interested in getting your relic and earpiece, especially your purple one, which would be the best in the game, it is super up to you whether you want to bother with that or not. Swtorista solo gearing 80. I'm going to pull up my own advice because what I wrote down is probably more useful than whatever I'm gonna barf out my mouth. Okay, let's see. Level 80. Oh, this is the level 80 gearing guide. I want the solo gearing guide. Fastest level 80 solo gearing guide. Perfect. Get relics and earpiece. So getting your earpiece and relics as a solo player is a bit funky. If you want, you can shoot for blue Supreme Decurion pieces, just like we did before when getting our single blue piece, either by doing Veteran Mode Red Reaper, Solo Stealth, or Heroics, or Dailies, or Conquest. But, now here's the fun stuff. But the cost for getting a purple is roughly the same, so you might as well purchase and upgrade a purple one instead. No, you do not need to do operations. And the reason for this is because of the currency exchange and the ability to purchase purple relics and earpiece directly from the vendor. So basically, these relics and earpieces cost the purple OP-1 catalyst. I like this little graphic I made. And the idea is that OP-1 catalysts mostly only come from operations. You are correct. And before, the only way to get the Ricotta relics, the purple ones, was from operations. Both of these statements are no longer true as they have upgraded and updated the gearing system over time. Now, you can buy the Ricotta relics and earpiece directly from the fleet vendors. They're very nearby to the ones you would have been visiting before. For, I think, upgrading your earpiece. They'll be called operation ones instead, though. And the currency can be exchanged. Currency exchange? Oh, I think I need to go back a page. Hang on. Exchange currencies. Cool, here we go. These purple ones are the ones that you'll need to get those relics and earpiece, and you can exchange either 500 of the blue ones or 2,000 conquest comms for them. So yeah, basically it'll take about roughly the same amount of time, which is kind of funny and interesting. Hopefully that was a useful answer to you. Let me know. Tom says that answer about new players was super useful. I'm considering returning to the game after years, so I was just curious how the game is doing in terms of new players and such. Oh, great question. Yeah, we don't have We have very little numbers about the game. It's kind of a like I wish we had more official like statistical info, but we don't. It looks like I need to go all the way to the southeast. Here we go. So oh yeah, so we don't have a lot of stats about the game. I'm pretty comfortable with the population of the game. It's been vaguely steady for the last 3 years or so. If you want, you can Google SWTOR Steam stats, and you'll at least get the stats for Steam. Big important note, it doesn't include the stats for the SWTOR.com launcher, and a lot of people don't even know it's on Steam, so we don't really know how many other people are also playing. But we have zero information about new and returning players. I can say that as a content creator, I am still very happily making content for new players too. Like, I don't feel like it's a waste of my time, so that may also be useful info to you. I feel like they still get enough views and use. It's not a waste of my time, I guess. People use them, the new player guys, just as much too. Yeah, hopefully, yeah, big welcome back to the game. And if you do jump back in, feel free to ask any questions. We're usually here Monday through Friday, 8 to 10 a.m. Pacific. Or if you have any questions right now, go for it. I'm running around and doing some very easy stuff. Paris says that I'm in forced reflection and ask what additional set of skills they wish to learn. I'm a sentinel. Which do I choose? Guardian, Shadow, or Sage? Oh, you're doing the red and blue quest. Yeah. You're a sentinel right now, and you're choosing between Guardian, Shadow, or Sage. Ooh, fun question. So as a sentinel, you can only do damage, and you do not have the ability to stealth. If you want to play something very different, the Guardian will give you the ability to tank. The Shadow will give you the ability to tank and also the ability to stealth. And Sage plays very differently as it can play long range. It's got some really cool animations in my opinion. And Sage also has the ability to heal. Which one is the correct one? It's totally up to you. If you're not ready to choose yet, don't forget you can press escape and you can come back later. Okay, I need to scan. Oh, have I only scanned 2? Did I forget to scan one? I thought I scanned 3 so far. Oh, shoot. Oh, maybe I failed to actually finish scanning this one. Hang on. Yeah, okay, I just wasn't patient enough. Oh my god, that would have been annoying. Okay, let's see. Final one looks like it's down here. Is there a faster way to get there? Can you QT to the weapons factory? I don't think so. I think I would just follow the path and I'll get there eventually. Lewis says, okay, cool. Thank you very much. Just is kind of a pain to try to find groups running Master Flashpoints or operations. Yeah, you can absolutely keep running. You can keep running veteran Flashpoints, or heck, if the current system is extremely friendly to solo players even. It takes longer to run things solo, but you could even get that best gear running like heroics or like anything that would give you conquest commendations. Completing conquest, you know, anything. Oh, am I supposed to be turning them off or turning them on? Oh, I'm supposed to be disabling them. Oops, I was trying to enable them because they're Imperial ones. My bad. Here we go. Now we know what's going on here. Can I ask a lore question, or is that more hush-hush? No, absolutely. I just try to be friendly with spoilers, but a lot of lore stuff is not necessarily spoilers. I know it's a 10-year-old game, but listen, not everybody's seen or anything. Yes, seen or anything. Not everyone has seen and or played everything in the world, okay? I appreciate it when I don't get spoilers about stuff that I haven't enjoyed yet. We have a whole bunch of nice questions and comments over on the YouTube side of things too. Joshua says, I'm a returning player to the game after several years break where I leveled 1 character, maybe to 20, so I'm more or less a new player. Yeah, we have a lot of that. Kind of what I was saying, how people will jump in as a new player and then not really play again and come back way later when they're more ready or interested in playing the video game they tried in the past. Big welcome back, Joshua. Yeah, you're pretty much a new player. Out of curiosity, Joshua Bryant, are you when you came back, did you make a new character or did you continue on the previous one there? Okay, I need to go disable one more plasma emitter. But I see someone else is doing the quest, so I wonder if I'm maybe running afoul of them by accident. We also have Hooksy, who says, I'm a new player. I started 2 weeks ago. Oh my gosh, big welcome back to you too. Oh, that's so cute. There you go, TomTom. We got 2 essentially new players right there. Average says, I just started Rise of the Hut Cartel expansion. Roughly how many more hours till I finish it and the Shadow of Revan since I'm not subscribed? Oh, good question. You know what? I'm really bad at giving those type of estimates. And that's because it super depends on how efficiently you're playing, but I really don't recommend playing efficiently, to be very honest. I recommend taking your time and enjoying the game. So if you just started Rise of the Hut Cartel, there is a storyline there. It's decently long, I would think, to say. But there's also a lot of side additional quests you can do if you want. There's also a bunch of side planets between Rise of the Hut Cartel and Shadow of Revan. For example, Oricon, I think, fits in there. And if you haven't done CZ-198, that too. And then there's Shadow of Revan itself, which is also a decently long expansion. I kind of going the wrong way. I'm trying real hard, not really succeeding, but I'm getting there. But yeah, I couldn't even give you a guess. I'd say at least 10 hours, if not more, if you were just only doing the main story and kind of skipping everything else. John Spencer says, I'm a returning player after a 5-year break, and I'm currently going back through your Academy videos and other guides. Oh, nice! Welcome back to the game. Suno says, you're still introducing a decent chunk of people to the game still every time you make a new player guide, which is awesome to see. That's how I got into the game. Yeah, that's why I still enjoy making the new ones. I love helping out new people who are just jumping in. It cracks me up, though, that people say I started playing SWTOR because of your videos, because that was never my intention. My intention was always to make guides and videos for people who are currently playing, and then I'm like, what do you mean you got here from what do you mean you got here from seeing the videos? It's funny. you watched a guide about a game you don't even play. That's very amusing. I mean, kind of makes sense, but it was not part of my plans. The only one that is for new players was the one that, like, is SWTOR worth playing? And that's more like to answer a question rather than to convince people, I guess. The kind of person who might like and not like the game, so you're not wasting your time. Because I really appreciate those kinds of videos for other games for myself. Let's see, I think I have something to scan here, close by. It's right in the middle of here, so I should be very close. Blarg says, hi, do you have any tips for finding HK part? No, I don't, just cry. I just back to the game and that mission always turns me off. I have a whole guide about it on Swtorista.com if you Google Swtorista HK51, but to be honest, it's just random chance. Make sure you understand how the scanner works. If you don't, do a quick check of the guide. But other than that, it's just cry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, where's number 5? Wait, why is there only... Okay. If you'll bother with this mission, we recommend taking all weapons factory dailies, as well as doing this in one sitting or sticking to the guide. It's going to be frustrating to remember which buildings you scanned or not if you aren't going in a particular order. Regardless of faction, leave your base and head to the northern edge of the map. Number 1, and scan a terrarium. Quick travel to the Iocath Operation Control, outside the Gods from the Machine entrance. Okay, let's try that next. Oh, here's the ones I'm missing. Got it. Oh, I think I need to go to the weapons factory. I have to head there anyway, so I think I'm good. I didn't want to read, I just wanted to look at the map. No reading, only doing. Yeah, absolutely, you guys. Cheers, cheers, cheers. All right, let's catch up with some of those questions and comments over on the Twitch chat. Dadbot says, chat, what do we think? Should I make an assassin or a juggernaut? I like the tank. Oh my gosh, both of those are fantastic tanks. The biggest question is gonna be, do you want to stealth or do you not want to stealth? And I will say, the assassin tank is a lot squishier than the juggernaut tank. It's got some really cool features, including the ability to stealth, but oh my goodness, you get hit like a truck as an assassin compared to Guardian Juggernaut while you're still kind of learning to play that class. Oh, can I not scan these guys? Oh, I am banned? Oh, that's so sad. That's not fair. What if I go to the very edge here? I think there's too much other buildings in the way here that doesn't allow me. Okay, lore question. I don't like spoilers, so I appreciate you a lot. Right, I was saying I like to avoid spoilers. One of the starting quests has you be a slave, if I remember correctly. Yes, that is for the Sith Inquisitor. That is your very starting intro. Is that a captured Force user who's forced, no pun intended, to be a Sith, or what happened there? I don't think we actually know, and I kind of like that. I don't know if we know if you what exactly happened. We just know that you were a slave, and then you entered the Korriban Academy. We don't know if you're forced. We don't know if you discovered Force powers and were like, heck yeah, I'm going to the Academy, and like turned yourself in. We don't know if someone else caught you using Force powers and they forced you to go into the Academy. We do know, in general, let's see, how do I get here? I want to go here. I'm real cranky right now. I can't, this is why I don't like the Iocath quests, because I struggle with them every time on where to go. And the marker is not clear. I know if I go back to the vague beginning, I can go find the little Iocath one, and I'll go do that. The little terminal one. Sorry, back to black. We do know that in Imperial lore, in general, you don't really get a choice about going to the Academy. If you are a Force user, you generally go into the Academy, and if you die, oh well. If you don't want to, oh well. If this isn't the life you want to live, oh well. You either thrive or die in the Academy if you're a Force user, and if you're a Force user, you have to go to the Academy, the Sith Academy. Okay, now with that said, I love what you're up to right now. You said, you went on to say, I'm currently downloading the game and I have a good guy Sith in mind for headcanon RP. Not actual roleplay, but like making a story for the characters, if you know what I mean. Yes, absolutely. So my Sith Inquisitor that I played on my free-to-play account, his name's Shavik, I kind of wanted to do the same thing. I made him a little story kind of in my head. I wrote some of it down, but I wasn't necessarily role-playing him. But I had the idea that he was a slave. Someone picked up that they had Force powers and sponsored him to the Academy, and actually wanted to kind of use him as a protege kind of thing. Use him as a little peon with Force powers. And so he's mostly a good guy. He was picked up as a kid, put into slavery on Dromikos, and worked in the worked on the giant like statues and stuff like that until his Force powers got picked up on. And yeah, he's a good guy, because why would he be a bad guy other than spite? Hurt people, you know? But you can go, there's so many fun ways you can go with that story, and I love it. Yeah, and I hope that was a useful answer, and I hope you have a lot of fun kind of looking at the ways that being hurt. Oh, where did I go the wrong way again? Gosh darn it. Okay, I need to go to the monitor control terminal. I think I'll be good if I can get there. If I can get there. I only have like 5 more paces to go, but I'm gonna get distracted again. Oh my god, I forgot about freaking Bessie. Bessie's about to disappear. I'm gonna freaking cry. I don't think we're even gonna be able to finish this on time. Okay, Bessie, you have 8 minutes. Do you think we can do this in 8 minutes? Let's give it a try. Oh my freaking goodness, I don't have any Iocath shards. I give up. I can't. I'm done. No. I give up. I forgot I was even besting at some point. Cinders wants to know, what would you say is the best storyline between the Imp and Pub side? My favorite storyline, and the one I think is best, is the Imperial Agent, but that's mainly to do with its big twists and turns. I don't necessarily recommend playing that one first, or recommending be like, you should play that one. Just like, I really like that one. The one that I like to replay the most is actually the Sith Inquisitor, which we were just talking about right now with that slave intro. Thank you so much, Sunjammer, for not making me wasting my life. Ibear says, the story for the Inquisitor is that you were a slave and your master died, and you were to be sold off as an old asset. During the dividing of assets, it was discovered that you, Sith Inquisitor, had a strong connection to the Force, thus were sent to the Academy because you caught the eye of a certain Sith Lord. Ibear, where do you know that specific information? I haven't replayed the Sith Inquisitor
I replayed it like last year, I think, but I don't remember that specific piece of information. But yeah, I love hanging out with you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with me as I very inefficiently did Bessie. We're gonna go see someone named Kitty Kisses. He is also a very friendly player, so if you had any questions that I didn't get a chance to answer, or if you think of ones along the way, yeah, Kitty Kisses is super, super friendly. Feel free to ask. It looks like he's playing some type of story, but I can't quite tell what it is from the cutscene. The last paragraph of the opening crawl. Oh, the text! The text at the beginning, amazing! Today, one of the Empire's slaves, strong in the Force, has been released from servitude and forced to master the mysteries of the Force or die trying. Aha! Yeah, there's another good spot to look. Hope you guys have a great day and have so much fun coming back to the game and making up your Sith Inquisitor roleplay in your head. Bye, you guys!